Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find our Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will be getting daily, weekly and monthly current affairs on regular basis. You can use code VIKAS10 to get additional 10% discount while purchasing the course. This video is available both in English and Hindi. The timestamp for both English and Hindi are mentioned in the description of each video. You can contact us on the number provided or mail provided. Also follow us on Telegram and Instagram, and the link for the same is provided in the description of each video. Also students, we have started a new initiative that is of handwritten notes. It is helpful to understand the news daily, time saving and very useful for your revision. We aims to cover 15 questions via handwritten notes in upcoming bank exams. These handwritten notes are available on daily current affairs content PDF at our mobile application and website CHSL.in. Only our Crack Current Affairs subscribers will be able to access these handwritten notes. A sample PDF of the handwritten notes will be available in the description.
Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the second week of the January month. The session will be quite interesting, so stay tuned with us till the end. Students, we upload the daily current affairs video at 5 AM in the morning. Weekly current affairs, monthly current affairs and topic wise they are uploaded regularly so that your learning becomes easy and all the content on daily basis is covered to you. If you are new to our channel students and haven't subscribed to us, do subscribe. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. Let's start. The first question is Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav who is the Union Minister of Railways, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting and Ministry of Electronics, Information and Technology has inaugurated National Institute of Electronics and Information and Technology in Guwahati, Assam. Question asked is which company signed a memorandum of understanding with NIELIT to enhance the semiconductor skill development ecosystem in India? It is Tata Electronics Private Limited. Right, and this NIELIT, the only university that comes under MEITY, was established in 1994 that will enhance education in electronics and information and technology. The aim of this MOU here will be to train more than 3.7 million students in the emerging technologies in the coming next 5 years. Next, name the portal that was recently launched by Union Minister Amit Shah, who is the Union Minister of Home Affairs and Ministry of Cooperation to revolutionize the international crime investigation. So, the portal that has been launched here is Bharat Pol. Right? This is a portal that was launched during an event that was held at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. Also, Amit Shah has awarded 35 CBI officers and officials with the President's Police Medal for Distinguished Service. Apart from this, the portal here, this Bharat Pol, which is a portal that was developed by CBI that will aim to streamline the process for the law enforcement agencies. Next, which state has recently become the first state in India to introduce an innovative plan that connects the ecosystem service of its forest with green gross domestic product? So, which state? It is Chhattisgarh. Right, this initiative is directly linked to the environmental contributions of forests like clean air, water conservation, biodiversity and state's economic progress. Also, if we talk about Chhattisgarh, here the forest cover is almost 40% of the land area. Right, this action plan will seek balance between economic growth and environmental conservation to protect the ecosystem for the future generations. Next, which country and India has recently held their first security dialogue in New Delhi to enhance the bilateral cooperation? It was between India and Sri Lanka, right? And this was the first India-Malaysia security dialogue that was co-chaired by the National Security Advisor of India, that is Ajit Doval, and similarly Malaysia's Director General. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to the test series to win the Border Gavaskar Trophy held between India and Australia in January 2025 in Sydney, Australia? This is the location where this was held. So, if we look at the option, which among the following are right? Option A and option C are right, B is wrong. B is saying that R. Ashwin, that is Ravichandra Ashwin, was awarded with the Player of the Series title as he emerged as the highest wicket taker of the tournament with 32 tickets. Is it correct? So remember, not Ravichandra Ashwin, who was termed as the awarded with the player of the series, he will be Jasprit Bumrah, right, with 32 wickets. Rest all are right. And Australia has beaten India by 3-1 in a 5-test match series. Next, which insurance company has recently won the runner-up title for the most effective insurance penetration at the ASSOCHAM 16th Global Insurance Summit and Awards 2024? So, which is that insurance company? It is Star Health and Allied Insurance Company Limited. Correct. They have won the runner-up title for the most effective insurance penetration at the ASSOCHAM 16 Global Insurance Summit and Award. Next, which bank has recently become the first domestic bank to execute a gold forward deal with from GIFT City in Gujarat? So, which is that bank? It is HDFC Bank, and they became the first domestic bank to execute a gold forward deal, and it was from GIFT City, Gujarat. Right? This transaction was conducted by the Banks International Union Unit, Banks International Banking Unit, that is at GIFT City in collaboration with Hindustan Platinum. Next, which Indian company has recently partnered with Alta Maritime to supply and manufacture sonobuoys for the US Navy standard for the Indian Navy? Right? These sonobuoys, right? For this, the contract has been signed by Bharat Dynamics Limited. Bharat Dynamics Limited, it is Hyderabad based. It is Indian Defence Public Sector undertaking, and they have partnered with Ultra Maritime of USA based leading global provider of undersea warfare system to supply and manufacture these sonobuoys of US Navy standard to the Indian Navy. Next, what is the coverage amount per person under the upgraded cashless treatment scheme for road accident victims recently announced by Union Minister Nitin Gadkari ji? So, what is the cover here? It is 1.5 lakh rupees, right? It is 1.5 lakh rupees per person per accident for a maximum of 7 days, provided that the accident is reported to the police within 24 hours. Also, in case if the person is deceased, his family will be receiving a compensation of 2 lakh rupees here. Next, which ministry has recently partnered with various Indian institutes of technology for skill development in semiconductor manufacturing? It is MEITY, that is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Right, take a note of this. Here, USA based software tech giant Microsoft Corporation, they have signed this MOU with MEITY, that is under the India AI mission that aims to provide skill development training to more than 5 lakh students, teachers, professionals in artificial intelligence by 2026. Next, which of the following has recently partnered with New Shop, a 24/7 convenience retail chain, to launch the Empower Her Biz Sapno Ki Udan project to empower women entrepreneurs? So this Empower Her Biz, it was launched by which of the following organization partnered with New Shop 24/7? It is Women Entrepreneurship Platform, right? This WEP, they have partnered with New Shop 24/7. What is this New Shop? Basically, this is the shop or retail outlet that works 24/7 even at night, and you can go and purchase things there, right? As this will be empowering the women entrepreneurs. Here, women that are aged between 18 to 35 years of age will be selected through an online application progress and will help them to grow. Even this fees for these retail shops will not be taken from them. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to the annual edition of Henley and Passport Index for 2025 released by Henley and Partners? If we look at the option A and C are right, B is wrong. B is saying that India ranked 80th spot in the Henley Passport Index 2025 with visa-free access to only 57 destinations worldwide. Is it correct? So no. What is the rank of India? India rank dropped from 80th spot to 85th spot. So now it is 85th, right? And we are having access to 57 countries visa free. Next, RBI, they have recently introduced a new credit reporting rule mandating that all lender update credit bureau records every 15 days effective from 1st of Jan to 2025. Correct, take a note of this. Next, who was recently appointed as the 11th chairman of ISRO and Secretary of Department of Space by the Government of India? So who is the new chairman of ISRO? V. Narayanan, right? And he is the 11th chairman of ISRO. He will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding S. Somnath, and his term will be of 2 years. Next, which country has recently become a super aged society with 20% of its population aged 65 year or older? It is South Korea. Next, recently, India extended the deadline for duty-free imports of dash product until Feb 2025. So recently, India extended the deadline for the duty-free imports of yellow peas until Feb 2025. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Andhra Pradesh and Odisha for launching infrastructural projects worth 2.5 lakh crore rupees? If we look at the options here, option B and C are right. A is wrong. A is saying that PM laid the foundation stone and inaugurated various railway and road projects worth 19,500 crore rupees in Odisha. Is it correct? So all these things are right. Just remember here, these projects that we are talking about, right, in Andhra Pradesh and Odisha, correct? So they were not in this 19,500 crore rupees railway and road projects, not in Odisha but in Andhra Pradesh. Then first green hydrogen hub under National Green Hydrogen Mission was launched in Andhra Pradesh, right? Next is, which of the following are correct with respect to the Unnat Jyoti by Affordable Light Emitting Diode Scheme for All, that is Ujala scheme, and Street Lighting National Program as of January 2025? If we look at the options, all these three options are rightly mentioned here. Next, which edition of the National Program for Organic Product was recently launched by Union Minister of Commerce and Industry Piyush Goyal at the National Agriculture Science Complex in Pusa, New Delhi? Which is the edition it is asked, right? Which edition of this program was launched? It was the 8th edition of this program was launched in Pusa, New Delhi. Correct? Take a note of it. Next. Okay, here one more thing, remember. During this event, Piyush Goyal also launched TraceNet 2.0. This is an organic promotion portal, right? And this is an upgraded online organic traceability system for seamless operations and improved tool for regulatory oversight. Next, which organization recently approved $35 million loan for Meghalaya multi-sectoral project for adolescent well-being, empowerment and resilience, that is Empower, to enhance education quality in Meghalaya? So direct question, that Empower was launched by which organization to enhance the education quality in Meghalaya? It is World Bank that has launched this Empower, right? And this will target the students between 6th to 12th grade. Moving on, which organization has recently approved $21.28 billion loan, 21.28 billion rupees loan for GMR Smart Electric Distribution Private Limited to implement smart meters across Uttar Pradesh? It is IREDA, Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency Limited. And here this GMR Smart Electric Distribution Private Limited, they will operate and maintain smart meters under a 10-year contract with the distribution companies. Next, who has been recently appointed as the chairperson of Athletics Federation of India's Athletics Commission? So Anju Bobby George has recently been appointed as the chairperson here of this Athletics Federation of India's Athletes Commission. Next, sixth and the final Scorpion class submarine Dash under project P75 was delivered by Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited to the Indian Navy on 9th of January 2025. What is the name of that sixth and final Scorpion class submarine? It is INS Vagsheer, right? This is the name of this Indian naval ship. Next, National Film Awards P. Jayachandran recently passed away. He was a renowned what? He was a renowned singer who recently passed away. Next, Parvasi Bharatiya Divas, also known as the NRI Day, is celebrated every 2 years on 9th of January. Who recently presented the Parvasi Bharatiya Divas Samman Awards, the highest honor for the overseas citizens? So, this award is presented by the President of India, Draupadi Murmu ma'am. This Parvasi Bharatiya Divas is generally observed because remember in 1915 on 9th of January, Mahatma Gandhi returned to India from South Africa. Next, which company recently launched two schemes, BSE Sensex Next 30 Index Fund and ETF, as a part of its new investment opportunity? So which company is it? It is DSP Asset Managers Private Limited. And this NFO for these schemes will be open from 10th of January and will be closing on 24th of January. Next, Grow Mutual Fund Asset Management Limited. They have recently launched India's first Grow Nifty Indian Dash Public Sector Undertaking Index Fund and Exchange Traded Fund. So it has been launched for the railway sector recently, right? All the companies related to the railway sector will be included in this fund. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to the UNDESA, that is United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs recent report titled World Economic Situation and Prospectus 2025? If we look at the options, option B and option C are right. A is saying that the report forecast Indian economy to grow by 6.8% in 2025, primarily fueled by robust private consumption and investment growth. So if we look at the option here, option A is wrong, but the right option will be that the forecast projects that Indian economy is expected to grow by how much in 2024, right? So see, 6.8 was registered in 2024. If we are talking about 2025, it is expected that India will be growing by 5.7% and 6% in 2026. Correct? Next is which beaches in Kerala were recently awarded the Blue Flag certification by the Foundation of Environmental Education. See, this Blue Flag certification, this certification is given to various beaches for their conservation efforts to protect the marinas, to protect the ecosystem there, biodiversity there, right? So for that conservation, here this Blue Flag certification is there so that we can protect our blue economy. Correct? So recently it was Kappad and Chal beaches. These beaches are where they beaches are in Kerala and they were awarded with this Blue Flag certification. Next, who has recently assumed the office as the 53rd president of Venezuela for the third consecutive term on 11th of January 2025. So Nicolas Maduro Moros has recently assumed as office as the 53rd president of Venezuela for the third consecutive term. Next, who was recently elected as the 14th president of Lebanon, succeeding the former president Michael Nam On, whose term ended in October 2022. So Joseph Khalil On has been elected as the 14th president of Lebanon. Next, which company has recently collaborated with Korea-based SII's Corporation Limited to supply hyperspectral satellite data in South Korea? So which is that company? It is Pixel. Take a note of this. Bengaluru, Karnataka based Pixel, a space technology startup, right? They are specialized in hyperspectral earth imaging technology and they have partnered with this Korean company to supply hyperspectral satellite data in Korea. Next, also one more thing, remember here Pixel, they are set to launch their Fireflies constellation, right? This is a constellation, it is a group of 6 commercial grade satellites. Next, National Road Safety Week has been observed from 11th to 17th of January every year across India, organized by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Right, and this is the 36th edition of the National Road Safety Week observed. Theme here, remember, theme being Be a Road Safety Hero. Next, UNESCO has recently collaborated with Dash to preserve the vanishing languages in India. So UNESCO collaborated with Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts to preserve the vanishing languages in India. Next, which bank has recently announced as the special partner for the Dadasai Phalke International Film Festival Award in 2025? This will be your Punjab National Bank. Next, in January, India became a member of which UN organization? So, India became a member of United Nations Committee of Expert on Big Data and Data Science for Official Statistics. Next, name the platform that was launched by Union Minister Piyush Goyal under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry to enhance India's clean tech sector. It is Bharat Clean Tech Manufacturing Platform. Next, in January, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India, that is IBBI, they mandated that all the asset auctions under the liquidation process, they must use the eBCRE platform that is known as the Bank Asset Auction Network, BankNet, that will be starting from when? So they will be utilizing this BankNet starting from 1st of April 2025. This BankNet, this is an e-auction platform where the stressed properties, right, NPAs, non-performing assets properties that are held by the public sector banks will be auctioned here, and the investors can grab the opportunity by investing in these properties. Next, which university has recently recognized by the University Grant Commission under Section 2F of the UGC Act of 1956, enabling it to offer academic courses in physical education and sports sciences, including undergraduate programs, diplomas, and postgraduate diplomas. So, which university has recognized by the UGC here? What is the name of that university? It is Bihar Sports University. Next, who has recently resigned as the Canada's Prime Minister and as leader of the Liberal Party? So Justin Trudeau has recently resigned. He was the Prime Minister of Canada, and he was the second youngest Prime Minister of Canada ever. Next, in January, Devajit Saikia, an advocate and former wicket-keeper batsman from Assam, was announced as the new secretary of which organization? Of BCCI, Board of Control for Cricket in India. Correct? Because Jay Shah, he took over as the role of the ICC chairman in December 2024. Next, who has been recently re-elected as the 5th president of Croatia for the second consecutive term? So, Zoran Milankovic. Zoran Milankovic has been appointed as the re-elected as the 5th president of Croatia for the second consecutive term. Next, name the multi-layer clothing system that was developed by DRDO, which successfully completed the user trials in extreme cold weather conditions in January 2025. This will be your Him Kavach, right? This aims to improve the soldier performance by enhancing mobility, comfort, durability in harsh and cold environments, and this system can withstand the temperatures with 20 degrees Celsius to minus 60 degrees Celsius. Next, when is National Youth Day, also known as the Rashtriya Yuva Divas and Vivekanand Jayanti, observed across India? It is 12th of January we observe this National Youth Day. And this year it was on 12th of January 2025, it was 162nd birth anniversary of Swami Vivekanand. Next, which country has recently signed an MOU with Andhra Pradesh Tourism to strengthen the tourism ties? It is Nepal. Take a note of this. Next, RBI, they have recently launched a new beneficiary bank account name verification feature for dash and dash reducing errors and frauds. So RBI, they have launched a new beneficiary bank account name verification feature for RTGS and NEFT, correct, reducing errors and frauds. Next, which tunnel was recently inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Sonmarg, located in the Ganderbal district of Jammu and Kashmir? It is Z-Mo Tunnel. Next, which organization has recently partnered with Indian Institute of Technology Mandi and IIT Jammu to develop a new chip aimed at improving the spectral efficiency? It is CDOT, Center for Development of Telematics. Take a note of this. Next, IndiChip Semiconductors Limited, they signed this MOU with which state to establish India's first private sector semiconductor manufacturing facility. This facility for development or for manufacturing of semiconductors will be located in Andhra Pradesh. And initially this plant will produce 10,000 wafers per month and plan to enhance this production to 50,000 wafers per month within the next 2-3 years. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to the report Annual India FinTech Report released by Traction Technologies Limited? If we look at the options, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, which of the following is the primary focus of Punjab National Bank first ever cyber security hackathon for 24-25 recently released in January 2025? It is malware threat. Next, who has been recently appointed as the brand ambassador of the global sportswear brand Puma India? So, PV Sindhu has been appointed here as the brand ambassador for Puma India. Next, which of the following satellites did China recently launch into geostationary transfer orbit to test the technologies for in-orbit refueling and extending satellite lifespans? It is Shijian 25. It was launched using the Long March 3B carrier rocket. Next, India received dash of the world's total remittance in 2024 amounting to $129 billion. So, India received 14.3% of the world's total remittance in 2024. Next, which of the following schemes Deadlines was recently extended by the Central Board of Direct Taxes from December 31st to January 31, 2025. So which of the following schemes deadlines were recently extended? It is Vivad Se Vishwas scheme's deadline was extended. So that's all for the day, students. Now let's move to the revision part that will be beneficial in your learning. Next, what is India's position at the recently released World Talent Ranking 2024 by IMD Institute for Management Development? That India stands at 58th position here, right? And here Switzerland that has secured the top position for the 11th consecutive time. Next is what is the position of India at the Global Hunger Index with a score of 27.3. So India stands at 105th position here in the Global Hunger Index, and India is ranked serious in this category. Even Pakistan is at 109th position here, whereas Afghanistan at 116. Next, who has topped the Fortune's recent report, that is 2024 100 most powerful women in business? So Mary Barra has secured the top position here, right, in this 2024 100 most powerful women in business list released by Fortune. Mary Barra, she is the Chief Executive Officer of United States of America based General Motors. Next, which ministry or department has recently released the comprehensive annual modular survey for July 2022 to June 23 as a part of the 79th round of National Sample Survey? It is your Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Next, which organization has recently released the 15th edition of the Biennial Assessment 2024 Living Planet Report, A System in Peril? This report released by which organization? World Wide Fund for Nature. Next, name the Indian industrialist who has topped the Forbes India 100 Rich List 2024 published in October 2024. It is Mukesh Ambani who secured the top position. Remember, but Mukesh Ambani and Gautam Adani, their net worth is now below $100 billion.
Then students, apart from this, if we talk about BEML, right, we are talking about BEML, right? They have recently won contract worth 866.87 crore rupees, and this is for building made in India bullet trains. Correct, take a note of this. Then who inaugurated the International 6G Symposium? It was inaugurated by whom? Jyotiraditya Scindia ji. Right. Then apart from this, tell me which country hosted the 19th edition of ICDRA, that is your International Conference on Drug Regulatory Authorities, and it was hosted by for the first time by this country. It is none other than our India, and it was hosted in New Delhi. Then apart from this, remember 2-day International Methanol Seminar, 2-day long methanol seminar. It was inaugurated or organized by whom? It was organized by Niti Aayog, right? This was a 2-day long international methanol seminar and exposition. Then who has been honored with the honorary doctorate in Algeria? So President of India Draupadi Murmu ma'am was honored with an honorary doctorate in Algeria. Correct. Then apart from this, recently which country became the first country to receive a rupee loan under ideas? Under ideas, it is Mauritius that became the first country to receive loan under ideas of Government of India. Then who inaugurated the Karam Yogi Saptah? The Karam Yogi Saptah was inaugurated by Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi. Then apart from this, recently if I ask you, Swift project is of which country? Is of which state? It is of Assam state, right? And Swift project is in with support with the Asian Development Bank. Apart from this, which organization or which group has donated 100 crore rupees to or for skill university, setting up a skill university in the state of Telangana? So it is Adani Group that has donated 100 crore rupees for setting up a skill university in Telangana. Apart from this, who organized the first Namo Bharat Divas? So Namo Bharat Divas was first organized by NCRTC. It was organized in New Delhi, right? Then recently Kartarpur Corridor contract or the agreement for this Kartarpur Corridor has been extended till which year? It has been extended for the 9 years till 2029, and this Kartar Corridor is between India and Pakistan. Correct. Then who addressed the 149th parliamentary inter-parliamentary union meet? So it was held in Geneva, and who addressed it? It was addressed by our Om Birla ji, who is our Speaker of Lok Sabha. Correct? So these are some important revision current affairs, students, right? Apart from this, do remember, if we talk about the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Omar Abdullah, Nayab Singh Saini is the Chief Minister of Haryana, right? And Justice Sanjeev Khanna is the new Chief Justice of India. He will be succeeding Dr. D.Y. Chandrachud ji. Correct? Take a note of it.
Right, and he will be the 54th recipient of this award. This award was announced by Ashwini Vaishnav, who is our Union Minister of Information and Broadcasting. Also, he will be presented with this Dadasai Phalke Award during the 70th National Film Award ceremony that is scheduled to be held at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. Right, apart from this, in 2024, Mithun Chakrabarti was also honored in 2024 with Padma Bhushan Award, that is the India's third highest civilian award. Next, who was jointly awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 2024 with American development biologist Victor Ambrose for the discovery of microRNA. So Gracie Bruce Rovkun, right? They both were awarded with Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for 2024, and this is for the discovery of microRNA. Take a note of this. Next is who was jointly awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics 2024 with British Canadian computer scientist Geoffrey E. Hinton for foundational discoveries and invention that enable machine learning with artificial neural network. So John J. Hopfield along with Geoffrey E. Hinton, they both were awarded with the Nobel Prize in Physics by the Royal Swedish Academy of Science in Stockholm, Sweden. Here there was a prize, also remember, amount of 11 million Swedish kronor. Right? Next is who among the following were jointly awarded with the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. So all three of them, David Becker, Demis Hassabis and John Jumper, they all three of them were honored with the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Next, Hong Kang from South Korea won the Nobel Prize in which category? So Hong Kang, he won the Nobel Prize in the field of literature. Correct? And not he, she. Hong Kang is a woman, and she became the first South Korean to win a Nobel Prize in literature and second Nobel laureate from South Korea. Moving on. One more thing, if I ask you who was the first person from India who was awarded with the Nobel Prize in Literature? Rabindranath Tagore. Right, and that too in 1913. Next, who is the only IPS officer selected for the 2024 IACP 40 under 40 award? So, Preetpal Kaur. Preetpal Kaur, she is an IPS officer, right, and she is an IPS for the FAC district of Nagaland, and she is the only Indian selected for the 2024 IACP 40 under 40 award. Right, and here remember, Preetpal is among the 40 police officers who have been selected from 16 countries around the world. Next, who has been recently honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award by the Asian Human Resource Development Academy? So, Muthuval Karunanidhi Stalin, right, that is MK Stalin, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, right, he was honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award by the Asian Human Resource Development Academy. Next, which airport has recently won the Platinum Award under the Facility category at the Society of Energy Engineers and Managers Awards in New Delhi? So, which is that airport? It is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport. This award, it highlights the airport's dedication towards creating a greener and more sustainable airport facility. Next, which country's non-governmental organization, that is NGO, was awarded with the Nobel Peace Prize 2024? It is Japan. right? Japan country's NGO was awarded with the Nobel Peace Prize. What is the name of that NGO? Nihon Hidankya, right? Next, which among the following is the winner of the Sverges Riksbank Prize in Economic Sciences in the memory of Alfred Nobel? Remember, this award is also known as the Nobel Prize in the field of economics, right? Hence, it is known as Sverges Riksbank Prize. So, who was awarded with this Nobel Prize in economics? All three of them: Darren S. Moglu, Simon Johnson, and James A. Robinson. They were awarded with this award. Next, who has been recently honored with the 2024 UN High Commissioner for Refugees Nansen Refugee Award Global Laureate? So, Sister Rosita Milesi, right? She's a Brazilian nun, 79 years of age, a lawyer, a social worker. She was honored with the UNHCR Nansen Refugee Awards for Global Laureate, and this is basically for her effort for providing the rights, dignity to the refugees and the migrants of different nationalities in Brazil. Next, who has recently been conferred with the 48th Vayalar Ramavarma Memorial Literary Award for his novel Kathu Kadavu? So, Ashokan Charulville. I repeat, Ashokan Charulville was conferred with the 40th Vayalar Ramavarma Memorial Literary Award. Next, which state has recently bagged the first prize in the category of Best State in the 5th National Water Awards? So, it is the state Odisha. Take a note of this. And Odisha won the first prize in the category of Best States here. Next, who became the second woman from India and the 10th Indian to be inducted into the ICC's Hall of Fame in October 2024? So, Neetu Lawrence David, correct? Along with the South Africa's legendary cricketer A.B. de Villiers and former cricket team captain Sir Alastair Cook were inducted into the ICC Hall of Fame for the class 2024. Alastair Cook at 113th position, Neetu David at 114th position, and A.B. de Villiers at the 115th position. Next, who among the following has recently received an A+ grade in the Central Bank Report Cards 2024? Among the following, all three of them: Christian Kettle, Thomson Jordan, and Shaktikant Das. Shaktikant Das, Governor of RBI; Christian Kettle, Governor of Denmark; and Thomas Jordan, Governor of Switzerland. Next is, which organization has recently revealed that India has 129 million citizens living in extreme poverty in the report Poverty, Prosperity and Planet Report Pathways Out of Polycrisis? So, which is this organization? It is World Bank that stated in this report that in India 129 million people are living below extreme poverty. Next, which organization has recently released Renewable Energy and Jobs Annual Review in collaboration with International Labour Organization? It is International Renewable Energy Agency that has released this Renewable Energy and Jobs Annual Review 2024 in collaboration with International Labour Organization. Next is, according to Maxwell, a global intellectual property management firm, India has been ranked dash with 188 6G related patents. So, India stands at 6th position in this, whereas China secured the top position in the 6G related patents with 6001 6G related patents. Next, which religion in India has the highest unemployment rate? It is Sikhs in India that is having the highest unemployment rate among the various religions. Next, according to the recently World Lines report, that is India Digital Payments Report for the first half of 2024, the total number of UPI, that is Unified Payment Interface transactions, increased to 78.97 billion in the first half of 2024. Next, which country is the largest source of foreign direct investment in India? So it is United States of America for FY24. But if a whole we see, we have received $1 trillion in FDI, and the highest was received from Mauritius. Next, which institution has recently released its study that states cancer cases, deaths and their effects on the life quality in BRICS countries, showing that cancer cases and deaths are likely to rise sharply in India and South Africa between 2022 to 2045. So this data was released by which organization? It was released by ICMR, National Center for Disease Informatics and Research. Next, which organization has recently said in its report that over 11.5 lakh children across the 27 states and 7 union territories of India were found to be vulnerable to child marriage in FY24. So this data released by National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. Next, which organization has recently released its flagship report titled World Energy Outlook states that India is on the track to become the third largest economy in the world by 2028. It is IEA, International Energy Agency. Next, which organization has recently conducted ICMR India Diabetes Survey to assess the prevalence of diabetes in India in collaboration with ICMR and Department of Health Research? It is which institute? It is Madras Diabetes Research Foundation. Next, which country has recently regained the world's largest freest economy title by research released by Fraser Institute? It is Hong Kong that secured the top position. Hong Kong first and second was Singapore.
Let's revise some current affairs, students. If I ask you recently, India has recently signed an agreement with which country in order to boost the electric propulsion system for the Indian Navy, right? So this electric propulsion system, right, for this India has signed an agreement with UK. So these two countries have signed an agreement together for Indian Navy. Then Kolkata International Film Festival. In Kolkata International Film Festival, right, this was recently held. Question asked can be asked to you is that in this film festival, right, which was the focus country or country of focus? So the focus country here was France. Take a note of it, right? We are talking about Kolkata International Film Festival. In this, the focus country is your France. Then recently in Gujarat, a product got the GI tag. In Gujarat, a product recently got the GI tag. What is the name of that project or that product? It is Gharchola Sari. It is Gharchola Sari, right? So for Gujarat, this product got the GI tag. Then recently, Hornbill Festival. Hornbill Festival was celebrated where? It was celebrated in Manipur or was celebrated in Nagaland, right? And we observed the 25 years of Hornbill Festival observed in Nagaland. Then recently India's first Hyperloop train test, right? First Hyperloop train test was tested by which IIT? It was tested by IIT Madras. Take a note of this also, right? And then if I ask you recently, which country will host the Asia Oceania Satellites User Conference? I repeat, Asia Oceania Satellite Users Conference. So this conference will be hosted by which country? It will be hosted by our India, right? Take a note of it. Then apart from this, World Maritime Conference. World Maritime Conference 2024. This World Maritime Conference is set to be hosted by which state? So it will be hosted by India, and in India too it will be hosted by Chennai, and in it will be hosted by Tamil Nadu state, and in Tamil Nadu also it will be hosted by Chennai. From India, it is Indigo that is ranked as the world's worst airline, right? From India, it is Indigo. Then who is having the chair of who is having the UN chair for the UN Commission on Narcotic Drugs? So UN Commission on Narcotic Drugs is with our India, right? The chairmanship of this is with our India. Then recently, if I ask you, who has been reappointed as the Director General of World Trade Organization? So Okonjo Iweala, right? Who has been appointed as the chairperson of ICC? Jay Shah, right, for ICC. Then apart from this, Mahendra Singh Dhoni has appointed as the brand ambassador of which company recently? It is Euro Grip Tires, Right, for Eurogrip tires, MS Dhoni has been appointed as their brand ambassador. Moving on, student. Let's start. The first question is, which organization has recently signed an MOU with the United World Wrestling to develop wrestling in India? It is your Inspire Institute of Sports. This MOU was signed during the 2024 Paris Olympic Games at the Wrestling House in Paris, France, and this MOU was set up for a collaborative framework for developing wrestling in India. Next, who won the F1 Italian Grand Prix held at the Autodromo Nazionale Monza in Monza, Italy? So, who won this F1 Italian Grand Prix? It was won by Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc, he drives for which company? He drives for Ferrari, right? And he's a Monacan driver. Next, who has recently won the National Chess Championship held in Gurugram, Haryana? So, it was won by Karthik Venkataraman, right? Grandmaster Karthik Venkataraman, he is from Andhra Pradesh and he has won this National Chess Championship, that is the 61st edition of the National Chess Championship held in Gurugram, Haryana. Next, name the football club team that recently won their maiden Durand Cup at the 133rd Indian Oil Durand Cup held in Kolkata, West Bengal. So this is your Northeast United Football Club that has recently won this Durand Cup. Durand Cup is related to football, right? And this was the 133rd edition of the Durand Cup. What is the location where this was held? It was held in Kolkata, West Bengal. Next, who has recently won the men's single title at the US Open 2024? So, Jannik Sinner has recently won the men's single title at the US Open 2024. Jannik Sinner, right? Take a note of this. He is from which country? He is from Italy. He is world's number one tennis player, right? And who won the women's singles title here? Women's singles title was won by Aryna Sabalenka. Aryna Sabalenka is from Belarus. Next is name the England cricketer who has recently announced his retirement from international cricket. So Moeen Ali, right? He is the England cricketer and he has announced retirement. Next, India has won how many medals in the Paris 2024 Paris Olympic Games, ranked 18th among the 170 participating nations. So India won 29 medals in the Paris Olympic Games and was at the 18th position in the medal tally. Correct? Take a note of this. Now this is your homework, students, to tell me who secured the first position in medal tally and how many medals did that country won. Next, the Olympic Council of Asia has recently included Yogasana as the demonstration sport in the 2026 Asian Games, which is scheduled to be where? So Asian Games, right? Directly remember 2026 Asian Games is scheduled to be held where? In Japan. And Olympic Council of Asia has recently included Yogasana as a demonstration sports in this 2026 Asian Games scheduled to be held in Japan. Next, who has recently won the F1 Qatar Airways Azerbaijan Grand Prix 2024? So who has recently won this F1 Qatar Grand Prix? So this F1 Qatar Grand Prix has been won by whom? It has been won by Oscar Piastri. Oscar Piastri, he drives for McLaren, right? He's an Australian driver who won the F1 Qatar Airways, that is F1 Qatar Airways Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Next, which country has won the Asian Championship trophy held from 8th to 17th of September at the Moki Hockey Training Base in China? So it is our India that has won this Asian Championship trophy held from 8th to 17th of September at the Moki Hockey Training Base, that is in China, right? And this is the fifth Asian title. This is India's fifth time that India has won it. And China here was up the runner-up and Pakistan came third. Next, which javelin thrower has finished second with a throw of 87.86 meters at the 2024 Wanda Diamond League finals in King Baudouin Stadium in Brussels, Belgium? So he is Indian javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra and he secured here second position. Next is who has recently won F1 Singapore Airlines Grand Prix held at the Marina Bay Street Circuit in Singapore, right? So right option is Lando Norris. Lando Norris, he drives for McLaren, right? He's a British driver and he has won this Singapore Grand Prix 2024, right? That was held in Singapore. And this is his Lando Norris third career win. Take a note of this for 2024. Next, which country has recently won the gold medal in both open and women's section of the 45th International Chess Federation Chess Olympiad held in Hungary, Budapest? So it is India that has recently won gold medal in both open and women's section of the 45th International Chess Federation Chess Olympiad held in Hungary, Budapest. Next, where was the 7th edition of the annual men's tennis tournament Lever Cup held? Right? So the 7th edition of the annual men's tennis tournament Lever Cup held in Berlin, Germany. Where it was held? It was held in Berlin, Germany. Correct? And who won this Lever Cup? John Borg, right? Swedish tennis player, right? That is Team Europe. Let me tell, Team Europe, right? Captained by Swedish tennis player Jean Borg has won this Lever Cup. This Lever Cup, it is played between Team Europe versus Team World, right? And they have won it. Next, which country has recently won the 4th Intercontinental Cup football title by defeating India by 3-0 at the Gandhi Mohana Chandra Balayogi Athletic Stadium in Hyderabad, Telangana? So, which country has won it? This was won by Syria. This Intercontinental Cup, right? That is the 4th edition of this cup. This is played between India, Syria, and Maldives. Right, these countries take part in this, and here Syria has won it. Oh, sorry, not Maldives, Mauritius. Right. Next, which brand is the official sponsor of the FIFA Women's World Cup 2027 held in Brazil? It is Lay's. Right, Lay's is the official sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026 as well as for the FIFA Women's World Cup 2027. Next, name the Indian tennis player who has recently won men's double title along with Vijay Sundar Parshnath in the finals of the ATP 250 Hangzhou Open 2024. So, who is that Indian tennis player? So, Jeevan, right? He has won the men's double title, or he has won the men's double title along with Vijay Sundar Prashant. Next, which country has recently won the gold medal in the first Asia Pacific Paddle Cup that was held in Bali, Indonesia? So, Paddle Cup, right? Who won this? Which country? It is Indonesia. The event was also held in Indonesia only, and Indonesia has won the Paddle